Thanks for watching Pack and Peek. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Osprey Talon 22 Day Pack. I've used this pack for a few months now and would definitely recommend it to adventurers and commuters alike. I'm going to show you guys the pack inside and out, give you some specs on it, and then tell you some things I like about the Talon, and then in the end we'll load some gear into it so you can get an idea of how I use it on my hikes. Alright, let's get started. So the Talon comes in two different sizes. You can get it in a small medium or a medium large. Today I'm going to be showing you guys the medium large, and that's 22 liters in capacity, comes in at 1.786 pounds, and then is 20 inches in height, 11 inches wide, and 11 inches in diameter. The small medium is 20 liters in capacity, 1.680 pounds, 18 inches high, and then 11 by 11 on the width and diameter as well. So I'll give you guys a short list of 3 things that really stand out for me about this pack. And number 1 is that it's comfortable. Osprey has used that AirScape technology in the back panel of the pack, and they've extended it into the hip belt as well. Now this material isn't just excellent for ventilation and helping to reduce moisture for people who sweat a lot like myself, but it's also really comfortable against any material that you might be wearing underneath the pack. I've worn this on a long 32-mile one-day Pimi loop in New Hampshire over multiple layers and one layer, and then also on hot summer day hikes, in the 10 to 12 mile range without a shirt on underneath, and it's been comfortable the entire time. So I can't speak highly enough about this, the material, and that AirScape technology is definitely no gimmick. So the next thing I really like about this pack is that it's just convenient and super versatile. It's easy to load and unload. All of the zippers move smoothly and don't catch on any of the pack's material. That main compartment opens really wide because the zippers go down so far. So I usually use a lot of stuff sacks, and I'm easily able to see what I need and get it out of there quickly and be back on the move. And then on the inside of the main compartment as well, you have another small pocket that you're able to keep little items in. And then on the top of the pack, you have another separate area for small items as well. The pack's material is definitely water resistant, but if there is anything that you absolutely want to keep dry, I would suggest keeping it on the inside of the main compartment here rather than that top pocket. That's the only area where I've had things get slightly wet in a downpour, but other than that, I stayed dry. Now next we'll take a look at the actual water bladder compartment here. That's completely separate from the rest of the pack, which I love. And the material on the inside of the water bladder area is also water resistant. So this will hold up to a 3 liter, and I have filled my 3 liter all the way up and had no issues with holding it from the clip area and filling the rest of my pack all the way up as well, and had no issues with leaking. Now the Deuter streamer does guarantee that it won't leak, but just with the water resistant material on the inside of the pack here, that also gives me some peace of mind. For even more convenience, we've got some great storage options on the outside of the pack as well, and we'll actually start to load some things into the pack at this point in the video. So you can see the main mesh pocket on the back here with the clip to allow you to expand that out even further. Now with how stretchy this mesh is, it actually compresses down really well with the strap. So I usually keep a rain jacket and a pack cover in this pocket. During the winter, I'll probably keep a small down jacket in here with this as well. And then I just clip that shut and strap it down. Now you can also see the helmet clip on there for a climbing helmet or a bike helmet if you're commuting or something like that. Now on the side, I know it's not always necessary for more water than 3 liters, but I always at least bring an empty bottle here and a water filtration system in one of my stuff sacks. Better safe than sorry. So fits an Nalgene perfectly, but that can stretch out a lot more and can actually cinch down even more if you have a thinner bottle. Now on the other side, if I don't need another water bottle, I will bring along things that I just want quick access to. So in the White Mountains, it never hurts to have a small pair of gloves on those early mornings when it gets chilly. So I'll throw my hiking buff and a small pair of gloves in there. So you can start to see just how versatile some of these storage options are and just how much space we're getting out of this seemingly small pack. On the hip belt here, we've got a couple more pockets, and in one, I always like to keep a couple snacks. It's really nice and convenient to not have to take the pack off on the way up the mountain if I want a quick bite, and one of these pockets will hold at least a couple granola bars. In the other pocket here, I always like to keep my map and compass, and I'll also have a knife and lighter, a couple other items in there with that as well. So these pockets look tiny, but they'll actually expand out to allow you to fit a few items. So I didn't bring along everything with me today that I would usually put in the main compartment of the pack, but I brought enough for the purposes of the video. I like to take longer day hikes and usually over prepare, so just in case I end up out there due to weather or something like that. So I do like to bring, at least 4 stuff sacks full of things in here. I've usually got one for clothing, one full of food, one with my first aid items, and then one with my emergency items such as an emergency blanket, fire starter, water treatment and things like that. And then I'll also bring along my tiny stove sometimes, and even have room for my sleeping pad if I want to bring that along, or a heavier winter jacket. So tons of room in this small pack. And then on the zippered pocket on the top here, I'll put my electronics. I'll put my headlamp, my little Ziploc bag with some charging cords and an external battery and AAAs, and then also my wallet, ID, and cash, those types of things I'll put in here. So anything that I absolutely want to keep dry, I can feel safe that it's going to stay dry back there, especially if I've got the pack cover on over top. And then as you guys already saw, we've got the one other storage option on top of the pack. And in that pocket, I like to keep things that I'm not as worried about with water damage. Maybe a small bottle of sunscreen or some sunglasses or a fold-up hat or something like that. So we'll get everything zipped up here, and I'll actually throw the pack on so you guys can get an idea of what it looks like. And that kind of leads me into number 3 on my list of things that really stand out for me about this pack. And that's that it's just super lightweight. At just 1.786 pounds for the 22 liter, it really weighs next to nothing when you consider the amount of storage options that you have on the inside and outside of this pack. And that, combined with everything else that I like about the Talon 22, have really made it one of my favorite and best hiking purchases that I made so far. And definitely the best pack that I've used out on the trails. If you guys want one of these packs for yourself, or you want to check out other user reviews and comments, please follow the Amazon link in the description of my video. It is an affiliate link, so if you purchase the pack through there, it's going to help the channel out. This is by no means a video to try to convince you to go buy a backpack. I'm always going to give you guys honest reviews, and I'll always put the Amazon link in there regardless of whether I like the product or not. Subscribe if you want to see more videos like this or any videos related to hiking, and then you can follow me on Instagram at Pack and Peak. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time. Happy trails.